Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Baldur's Gate 3. Now, before I continue, I recently, as in within the last hour and a half, 2 hours, came across an amusing little compilation of AI-generated laser insults on YouTube a while back, and one really got me chuckling, which was, "My wizard companion has loaded up on magical crack rocks and is about to cast locate creature on your arse." It just really got me chuckling. Alright. Now, we find ourselves in here, having faced off against Inquisitor Warwarders, something like awkward double W. Warwargaz. Warwargaz. And we're in a rather awkward situation where we have been addressed by Vlakiv herself. However, Lae'zel has taken this very personally and has been instructed to put the planar device into this thing, and then we enter the device and confront a creature that Vlakiv has called a dishonest, lying thing that seeks to overthrow everything that the Githyanki are trying to do. Now, the Githyanki oppose the mindflayers quite virulently. But we also know that Inquisitor Warwarders was lying about meeting Vlakiv. So this could well be an imposter. Lae'zel was also told to do this without leaving the room. Also, we cannot rest here, and we're likely to have to fight our way out through the entire area. It was a tough encounter, and we gained a lot of magical items which we should assess and upgrade some of our equipment. We also had some trouble with a couple of statues back here. This one can rotate.
Lathander blesses the rising bountiful sun.
This one appears to be stuck.
Lathander bids the setting sun a fond farewell.
Now, we have part of a broken statue here, which could be something to do with this one not rotating. One of the documents upstairs mentioned statues, and it said something like, "Do not grease the statues," as one of the apprentices managed to turn one of them a full circle by accident quite easily. Meaning, they should turn quite easily. So, what is wrong with this one?
The statue starts to rotate, but its rusty mechanism jams stuck.
So, grease won't help dissolve the rust. The rust is preventing the cogs and gears from moving. It has been suggested to me by one of my viewers that sometimes when something gets stuck like this, you need to give it a bit of welly. Shadowheart, could you step aside, please? So what we're going to do is apply a healthy amount of blunt force trauma to the statue in the hope... Right, you.
Again.
Apparently hitting this can cause it to turn.
The statue starts to rotate, but its rusty mechanism jams stuck.
Again.
Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start walloping really hard and hope we don't damage it. Oh, wait! Wait! Oh, wait.
The statue starts to rotate, but its rusty mechanism jams stuck.
Ah, probably shouldn't have walloped it quite so hard. Can't heal it, can we? Now, the Githyanki in that fight made terrible use of Misty Step. It's a spell I could have sworn she had, and she has. Okay. So, I don't think we can actually heal that.
Direct me.
Let's turn that off. Wait. Well, yeah. So. Oops. Okay, come on you. So we don't want to destroy the statue, but we might need to hit it hard enough to damage it, to cause a rotation.
One day I'll catch a break.
That looks like it cannot be opened. So.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Okay, we got a problem. This is just hitting too hard. We definitely... Okay, so we need some kind of rapier to poke it with, right? Or spear? Something with a really low damage output. You know.
At the ready.
Okay.
Onward.
Damn! Nearly had it.
No, keep it up. No damage is best damage.
Damn! Nearly had it.
I think we do need to cause a point to count.
Indolence breeds madness.
Okay, this is a problem. And it's destroyed. Alright. I do need to think how I'm going to get out of here, though. So first off, I should... If I enter the device, am I committed to a course of action? Well, if we do go in there, Lae'zel is unlikely to... The thing is, what if the thing inside the device is the Dream Visitor, right? This seems very reasonable.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
So just,
Won't know what hit him.
Damn!
you know,
Nearly had it.
maybe it's the amount of times it's struck, not a damage threshold. It's 1, 2, 3.
Nearly had it.
No.
Damn! Nearly had it. Damn! Nearly had it.
I wonder.
Nearly had it.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Okay, that's a problem. lower damage, right? Didn't work. We don't want to smash it. And we don't seem to have some kind of... Wait a minute. Can I put this on? No, I can't. Worth a try. Okay, that's a problem. How much damage do we need to rotate the bloody thing? Right.
No time to dally.
No. Wait. Oh, that's everyone. Okay. Oh, we only had to hit it once to loosen it. Excellent.
The statues revealed a hidden door. Curious.
Now, if we go through there, Lae'zel could be in trouble, so let's not do that just yet. Although it seems we have another way out. If we come fight our way all the way through here, we haven't explored this portion of the crash yet. Now we can pick up those boots again. As I suspect they are not what we came here to seek. Now, I have a feeling that if we stand in this very chamber, right in front of the thing, and talk to Lae'zel,
Mind my step.
she won't have any unique dialogue lines to do with this. Just a guess. I think I've emptied that already. But it pays to check. Now then,
Charmed, I'm sure.
can we? Yes, there we go. Lovely. I think it might be worth
Keep going.
addressing what's going on here. Right, so if the Githyanki are searching for the device, if the Githyanki are searching for the device, and I will do a quick background check here to make sure. Oh, fucking hell! Apologies for that. There's a awkward issue with my recording software at the moment where it looks like it's not recording. It is. It just shows a blank screen instead of what's being captured when it should. So, in order to fix that, I have to switch it to another game, then back over again, just to make sure it knows what it's actually recording. For some reason, it doesn't like this game at the moment. It seems to be a recent change, and it turns out that while it was showing a blank screen, it was actually recording perfectly fine. So, right. If the Githyanki are searching for the device, it does make sense they would search here and in the area around the ship. It's entirely worth considering that most of the things we've been told could be true. If we do want to fight our way out of here through all the Githyanki, I imagine I might meet the beautiful silent Githyanki from outside and maybe the albino Githyanki Barefa, and that they will have absolutely no dialogue or anything and would just be really boring minor characters. It would also make... And because we could have defeated Barefa outside, there is less reason for her to be here, but she could still be here if we didn't, right? We had a tussle in the infirmary and a major scrap here. And I want to actually say the developers did a really good job with the infirmary fight by the area design in the infirmary fight encouraging the player to use large area of effect spells, which might have been more useful in the classroom, the captain's quarters, or the Inquisitor's chamber up here. Because in this area the enemy clusters together because these partitions force them into a large area where they group together, and they also spread out a bit as well, so they don't all stand in one group so you want to hit a small area. They spread out enough for you want to use a large spell to cover a lot of the area. So good job. Now, there's not as many eggs here as they should be, and we know the machine tried to kill Lae'zel. Now, I don't want to say I called it. You know, I've been saying this the whole time that I'm pretty sure the Githyanki machine is just supposed to kill the person who's in it, and it's about extracting the tadpole so the tadpole can't transform into a mindflayer. Right, so it can't transform the person. Doesn't matter if the person survives or not, the Githyanki don't care, they're pretty cold and heartless. When the Githyanki physician said, "Wait here, I'll go and get my surgical tools," and walked outside and locked the door, her surgical tools were literally on the table right here when she walked out of the room, and I had seen them there beforehand, before I spoke to her, I think. But I didn't, but when she said, "I'm going to get my tools," I didn't immediately twig that was an excuse and that they were already here and she was blatantly lying. We've obviously opened some kind of secret door, and we should enjoy that. This is clearly a way for us to leave without getting into another fight. Also, if we do enter the Astral Prism and find the prisoner, who has been lying and trying to encourage us this entire time, in which case, how does that tie into my theory of the night song, where the night song could be the prisoner? It would make sense, as they say, you know, I've been protecting you, you need to keep the device close to you, that's how I'm protecting you, things like that, right? And it would explain how we've been able to hear her voice recently. I feel that I really want to investigate this, but that it would also not be very wise. So let's look at all these new items we've got, which are mostly at the bottom of our lists. While concentrating on a spell, the wearer's weapon deals psychic damage. So, when you heal a creature, they get a bonus on a little bless. Advantage on saving throws against being charmed. You know, there's someone I think would really, well, two people who'd really appreciate that. The people most likely to be concentrating on spells and making weapon attacks are Jaria and Shadowheart. We can send these back to camp to lighten the load a little. Oh! Could I have used this on the statue to try and... I know they said don't grease it, but then oil... Maybe if I put the oil on and set fire to it, I could have burned away some of the rust. Anyway, Elixir of the Colossus. Holding onto that for an emergency or really special event. The Skin Burster is a halberd. This halberd is a two-handed weapon. We know who likes using two-handed weapons. What is Force Conduit? Is it the same as this? No, it's not. Okay. Bludgeoning, piercing and slashing damage against the affected entity is reduced by 1 per turn remaining. If the entity takes damage while it has 5 or more turns remaining, it deals 1 to 4 force damage in a 20-foot radius. So, hit people with the halberd up to 4 times. The more times you hit, she builds up. It's 1 point less damage entirely for the whole time. So it's a minor force field that will occasionally discharge when she makes enough attacks. That does feel like a laser weapon. Arrow of Beast Slaying. Yeah, we can make use of that. Arrow of Darkness. Send that to Shadowheart. Now, Gloves of Belligerent Skies. Thunderous Conversion. When the wearer deals thunder damage, lightning damage, or radiant damage, inflict 2 turns of reverberation on the targets. Hey Gale. With a strange chunk of amber that has 3 drops of blood suspended inside it. Isn't this the blood of Lathander? But some of it has been trapped within a common cudgel, so a club. Right, Hoarfrost Boots. You cannot fall prone while traversing icy terrain. There's a few people who'd like that. Now, what have we here? So, a training shield, like practice shield for kiddies, basically. Same with the wooden sword. Circlet of Psionic Revenge. Oh yeah, I was... This would be very thematic for her. But then, what are her saving throws like? What does this star mean? Does it just mean it's important for this class? That from class is racial ability score modifier at the start of the game, so... Right, saving throw bonuses. Good on strength, decent on constitution, and rubbish on everything else. Who has better saving throws? Good across the board.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
There's not a bad one. And
Salutations.
obviously that wasn't going to be great. These are okay. Intelligence 17. I think that's not going to make a difference to him. It's not making a difference to him. Which means he can indulge in a new piece of headgear.
Looking ahead.
While his saves aren't the best, he will get to make good use of it. Now, we are losing 2 points of armor class. He pretty much gets hit all the time anyway, but those few points of armor class do make a tiny little bit of a difference. On rare occasions, that will matter. Let's pop these up there and just keep things moving in a fairly consistently northward direction. Ah yes, it all goes to the grey. Now, we want to keep that basilisk oil, and we probably want to move that somewhere safer in a while. Now, we have enough scrolls for him to be able to fight his way out of here fairly effectively without any spell slots. He will be lacking in his ability to choose which spell he casts, So it'll be more like a proper old school wizard with a bunch of pre-prepared spell slots. And I'm sure we can make good use of a lot of these. These are all... I'll take that back. So, these are all scrolls that he can still learn. And now that's got me wanting to actually check them all. Really? Oh, is that like a clerical spell? That... Well, there we go. Nice spell selection there. Continuing onwards,
Eager for battle.
we have a number of +1 mindflayer weapons. They don't grant the spell-like ability of the Sword of Justice, which has now been used anyway, hasn't it? Where is it? It should be under... No, okay. There it is. Okay. Short rest. Okay, no, so that is active again. While the designs are some she would definitely approve of, I think even she would have to admit that she has some better options available to her at the moment. Now, we still haven't used this. Let's pop this up there. Wait, we got a drum.
Let me work my magic.
A flute. We can put together a little musical band here at some point. Not that it's going to go well,
Indolence breeds madness.
mind you. Now, there's nothing special about these beyond just being +1 at the moment. No extra special qualities. So we don't actually need any of these. And we don't need this. Or this. As we got duplicates here already. You know, given the rarity of the eggs, trying to fulfill the request of that, let's call her a scholar, outside, would be difficult. Right. Diadem of Arcane Synergy. When you inflict a condition, gain Arcane Synergy for 2 rounds. Weapon attacks deal additional damage equal to affected entity's spellcasting ability modifier. So, good against casters. We don't need all of these. This is really good though. Wait, you have oil as well? And we have this, Potion of Angelic Slumber, which may come in incredibly useful if we're going to get out of here. Either so Gale can fully charge up again, or one of the healers can heal us. Especially if we go in there and have to have a fight. Possibly even a fight with Lae'zel to try and persuade her not to do something absolutely bonkers.
What's next?
Right, so we got that. We've had these for a while. We've got that. I don't think most of these in her pack are from this location.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Let's move.
Alright. What am I going to do? I'm going to fight my way out. I think I need to make a decision now as to whether I'm going to interact with this before leaving this room or not.
Waste no more time. Place the artifact in the planecaster.
You know, I think there's someone else I should speak to about this.
My orders were to keep the artifact safe, not pry into it. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious as to what exactly it's hiding.
I'm inclined to agree. Right, the creature inside here. Let's pretend there is a creature inside here. And that if we enter, if someone comes in, it may attack. It may expect anyone coming in to be Githyanki, especially if it sees one. Gale, what do you say about this?
We have our orders from the Queen of the Githyanki herself, no less. Now might be the time to consider obeying them.
Yeah. This feels... If we can go in there and not immediately go into a fight, that would be great. Also, this crappy little short bow of nothingness could probably be replaced with one of these recently acquired ranged weapons.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
And while Lae'zel would crave the ability to use a Githyanki weapon, once again, she can appreciate the synergy of the jolt shooter and the speedy light feet.
All right. What now?
I think I have to do this. But I also think if we go in there, and it is the Dream Visitor, I need to prevent Lae'zel from killing it.
Don't do it.
I'm really not sure I want to do this, but I feel that I must.
Heat pulses out of the astral prism as it begins to flower. Your mind burns hot with excitement.
Yes, this looks familiar. Oh, so familiar. We've dreamed here before. Are we to be trapped in here?
A timeless space, bounded, compressed in a fold. A pocket of astral plane.
Boundless. Timeless. Like every dream that ever was stitched together. It is home.
Astral gravity. Gravity on the astral plane is different, Vanon Ferun. The affected entity is immune to falling damage and its jump distance is tripled. We're basically in space. This looks important. I am hoping that is our route out of here.
If not over, then through. What's in here?
Look. I see signs of something. Elixir of Vigilance, yep, fine. I could send stuff to camp right now, but yes, look at this. That is the same... Wait a minute. Invalid target. Good to know that we are not expected to get over there. Although, it does look like we might. We probably don't want to get over there. Oh no! With the big bracelets, he looks like that giant skeleton thing from Dark Souls 3. Now, is this supposed to be like the corpse of Vlaakith? Or something like that? This smoking stain, this smouldering wreckage cannot be good for us. And more bony hands. I'm not going to try and walk about. Looks like we got to go into the cave and possibly up there. We appear to have very little choice. Now, with this increased jump distance, let's look before we leap. Where could we possibly venture from here? That looks like a landing point.
I've got a long road ahead.
Oh, hello. Oh. Wait.
Assume nothing.
This could be another chapter. The slate's faded symbols are hard to distinguish, let alone decipher. The drawings etched underneath them, however, are plain to see. They depict a dragon soaring above two individuals, one standing tall, the other kneeling. A circle is drawn around them, a fuzzy tail trailing behind them. They are riding a comet. So one kneeling in obeisance. Are they facing each other? Is one kneeling, gazing out into awe and wonder at the things hurtling towards them, while the other stands behind, a calm, reassuring hand on their shoulders? Or is this more like a knight kneeling before a king, about to be... well, a squire kneeling before a king, about to be dubbed knight? We had the picture of the comet daubed on the portrait of Vlaakith. What if there are two Vlaakiths, right? So we already know there's a false Vlaakith, or that the Inquisitor was lying about where he was going and was actually going somewhere else and was just... why would he lie about that? To impress them? Well, what if there are two Vlaakiths, right? The old living Vlaakith and the new dead entity that has taken over her, right? And these two individuals are two aspects of the same person, like the taller one drawing power from a weak one, or entering into the weak one. Interesting. Got to bear these things in mind, you know.
These things have stayed interesting.
Also, that's not a Githyanki weapon. Curiouser and curiouser, said Alice.
Time to press ahead.
Let's just see. So, it feels as though... Oh, hello. Too high. Well, how do we get part way there then? How do we get high enough that we can leap to here? Right. Down to there. And then around... No. So, if we come to here, jump down to here, is it possible to jump across to... Well, let's see. Can I just walk onto this? No. Right. How far? Okay, death. Lots of death. Target too far. Invalid. Yeah, sure. Invalid. Not enough space. Not enough space. I don't think I'm supposed to get across there short of teleporting. But I'm glad that I checked. Clearly, I am intended to enter the cave. It can only be the Dream Visitor. And this feels rather significant. You gonna come out to see us?
So you came, in spite of all my warnings. Disappointing. Come, we will talk in private. Just the two of us.
Yes.
I may have made a mistake, trusting you. I told you to stay away from the Githyanki, but you just couldn't help yourself. Could you? And now... you've come here to murder me.
That's what you think. I haven't come to murder you. I just want to talk.
Very well. What do you want to know?
Who are you really? At this point, it's less likely to be a manifestation of the tadpole.
I told you already. I'm just like you. An adventurer from Baldur's Gate who was infected with an illithid tadpole and seeks to be free of the Absolute. But unlike you, unlike anyone else in any plane, I know Vlaakith's secret. It is a secret so great that if her people ever found out, that would be the end of her rule, the end of her. That same secret is how I've been protecting you from the Absolute. I can hear your thoughts. You think I'm lying. Vlaakith warned you that I would try to deceive you. But consider this. What reason have I to deceive you? I want the same thing as you. Freedom. I'm on your side. I have been since the very beginning.
follow my heart on this one, I think. Get up. You won't die today.
It seems I was right to put my faith in you after all. Thank you.
Don't like
Lakith
that
will
smirk.
be furious, to make no mention of your Githyanki companion. The Lich Queen fears nothing more than the loss of her empire. The knowledge I have of her deception will bring that about.
Now, the Githyanki Lich Queen, as far as I'm aware, was something that happened in 4th edition. I don't recall them having a Lich as a ruler before. Now, when Vlaakith said this woman is part of the illithid grand scheme, she could just mean she's got a tadpole in her, as they're all united working together. Vlaakith's a goddess. What could you possibly know that would bring down her empire?
Godlike in power, yes, but with none of the sanctity. Vlaakith is lying to her people. She pretends to know how Gith destroyed the mindflayer empire. In truth, she knows nothing. If the illithid empire were ever to return, she would be incapable of stopping them. And if her people found out about her impotence, there would be mutiny, revolution, the end of her rule. But that very power, the power to resist illithid control, which Vlaakith only pretends to know, is how I've been protecting you. I suppose she hoped to extract it from my corpse. Since you spared me that fate, she will come for you.
She most certainly will. I protect my allies.
As do I. I have delayed long enough. The next attack is overdue, and I can't risk you being caught in the middle of it. I need you out there, searching for the Absolute. You were on the right path, to Moonrise Towers. Return to it. I hope you are ready to face Vlaakith's wrath. The entire Kresh stands ready to kill you in her name. Good luck.
Yes, I was expecting that.
Speak. Have you killed my queen's enemy?
Oh, this could really upset her. I'm not going to kill her. She protects us from the Absolute.
Blasphemy! She warned you not to trust the one inside.
Your mind tingles. Lysel seeks entrance.
I'm going to let her in. Although, she's really not going to like what she finds out. This could really mess her up. See that little smirk there? She's like, mouth just scrunches up to the side. I'll let you in, but you're not going to like it.
Your thoughts become one. She sees the truth of your confrontation in an instant.
I bet she does.
Tafkina's in. I see only madness. Vlaakith bears the full might of Tunarath's arms, and the covenant of the Great Mother Gith. Skvar! We are leaving this place, now.
I'm not entirely sure how. I'm sure how. And now we continue to fight our way up. Wait, can we... Surely we can't do this, right? Absolutely. Indeed.
I'm glad you came to your senses. Now leave, before the others come for us.
Too late. Let them come. Now, Just because she's inside the artifact doesn't mean that she can't also be outside the artifact as the Night Song, if that's just her spirit or soul or something. But she could just be inside it. This is not going to end well, but it must be done. First though, how much over? A lot over. Can I lighten the load somewhat? Yes, absolutely. Shadowheart, I appear to be holding your box. We'll discuss that soon. For now, though, this is rather important.
Vlaakith! I have wielded your fury as a blade, roared your wrath as a dragon. Yet I crawl among my own people, low as an asp's belly, slayer of my queen's inquisitor. Shkaketh! Is this to be my penance? Is this heart of stone doomed to shatter? She tests me. A trial of faith. Kalir prepared me. Only the heaviest souls soar to the Astral. Yes. Yes. I might gain Vlaakith's favor yet.
Vlaakith didn't seem to mind that Lae'zel had killed the Inquisitor. But then, that may be the false Vlaakith. I'm not going to insult her. An impressive show of faith. Will it be enough for your queen?
Silence! I must think.
I'm sorry to have put you in this situation. Meanwhile, I've got your box.
I think we've overstayed our welcome in this place, if we ever truly had one to begin with. We should leave.
I think we taught that Inquisitor a very valuable lesson. We won't be ambushing anyone else in a hurry, or doing anything else, for that matter.
Not unless all the rest of the Githyanki in here have a scroll of Revivify. So, at this point, we're not in the best shape to go fighting our way out of here. But we should be able to return and clear this place out after we've rested. However, I do want to explore these corridors down here. If we do fight our way out of here, how much would that upset Lae'zel? Also, this big revelation that Vlaakith is a lie, well, that she doesn't know what she's talking about, essentially. It's significant. Can I walk it, or do I have to jump it? I can walk it. Now. Oh, another journal update. We found an oddly shaped crest that belonged to a... So it hasn't updated, it's literally stayed the same. But something's going on here. We're making progress. Maybe if we hadn't done something we've done earlier, this would have then updated us. Here is a ray of beautiful golden sunlight. We should enter into it. Let the Sun Lord's grace shine upon us.
Lost in thought.
Now, Gale.
Quite exhausted. A good night's sleep would do me wonders.
Indeed it would. For now, though, let's get this open. Daybreak Gate. Something tells me I should save the game here, and probably in a different slot. No, of faith and fealty can still work. We can return if we must. And in fact, we probably should. All of these are now trying to kill us. They just don't know it yet. Actually,
Remarkable that this stayed hidden all this time.
indeed. Now, that's our way back, right? This then must be forwards.
If thou readst this, trespasser, turn back, lest your life be forfeit.
These
Okay,
books
this
have seen
seems
everything.
serious. This seems like an obvious thing to break to get through there. There are two of these gates. Do we have to run in and... okay. Just a moment. Just a moment. Look at that.
Action, not reaction. Objective noted.
There's a sizable gap here. And we could also fly. Now. Okay, no, that won't do it. Too high, not too high. Not too high at all. I'm not trying to... What if... No. This obviously feels like a place I do not wish to be. Oh, and here's another. There are many of these. These are clearly I can camp here. I can absolutely camp here. That feels like a great idea. Stupid though it is. There may well be repercussions in camp. But I don't see us getting out of this alive in one shape without resting first. And after resting, we could just go upstairs and fight everything. Are we going to lose this on rest? I hope not. She needs some time to think. We'll give her that for now. But this is the best opportunity.
I am Vlakith's most loyal servant. She will not abandon me.
I'm not going to ask about the hatchery. She'll appreciate this line of questioning. The creche training room was illuminating. Are Gith instructors always so brutal?
My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell.
That's not good news, lady. I imagine for the Githyanki, life is cheap. They see themselves as soldiers, as pawns, as playing pieces in an eternal war. She may dislike this. Questioning. Should we dismiss it? This? No. That's awful. Is life not precious to the Githyanki?
Not every life is equal. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. Their lives were not precious. They were a blight that required expunging. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
I don't agree with that. And perhaps it's words you should reconsider at some point too.
How can I help?
Nothing special. Just checking in on you. You have our magic mirror shining brightly.
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need?
Look, I've got your box. Can I give it back to you, please? Now. I'm going to rest. If resting removes this, I will reload the save, because we may be able to just pass through the traps safely with Morning Lord's Radiance. And oh, but we're likely to get a dream now. Actually, no, she'll probably be busy fighting off an astral attack. However... yes, it was removed on rest. In which case I am totally reloading that save. As I sense we need it. You know what? I'm even going to walk straight in there and see if it helps. So I could go back to camp, swap out people. I don't think people we bring in would have the bonus. So I think we need to solo this all in one go.
Remarkable that this stayed hidden all this time.
Right, let's step in and see what happens. Do we have an actual... Yes. Get past the secret chambers, Lathandrine traps. Very elaborate traps block our path down this passageway. Whatever sits at the end must be worth protecting. So.
The air is ripe with magic.
We have scrolls of fly. Once I can find them. I want you to fly to here. Yes, you can. It's right there. Come on. Well, don't want to waste a spell on that. That's a reload, isn't it? I fear we're going to have to break the power source. Didn't want to do it, but I know a particular priestess with an affinity for darkness who would greatly appreciate the opportunity.
Remarkable that this stayed hidden all this time.
If thou readst this, trespasser, turn back, lest your life be forfeit.
What am I to do?
Try this.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
I need everybody. Bloody hell, Gale. So, we want to get this open. There's nothing down here for us. Oh, you what? That is cruel. So we need to search for these. Okay.
I'm ready.
Watch for pulses.
Got to keep moving.
Just get out there.
No one
And
stopped me yet.
back up. And stay.
Elminster's not
And
around. That might
stay.
as well.
What the hell are you doing, woman?
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Seriously. Why did they all walk in there like that? Oh, for Let's do that again properly, because that obviously didn't do what it should. By which I mean my party members did not cooperate properly. I wonder if it's... Oh, hello. There's an idea. I wonder if I can hide from it the same way I could with the druidic ones.
If thou readst this, trespasser, turn back, lest your life be forfeit.
So we need a complete
Wits and
ungroup.
blades, always sharp.
How am I going to target this down here and this inside here? No kidding, the path is interrupted. Wait a minute. If I could get one of Gale's Misty Step, do I need to be able to see the target?
Ready and willing.
You can see. Oh! That's silly of me.
What's next, I wonder?
Off I go.
Well, that didn't work, did it? I was going to try and Misty Step to the other side of the barricade. Well, bugger. This is very much a trial and error kind of situation, isn't it? Wait a minute. Oh! Okay. Maybe flying is the solution.
Looks untouched. Quite something to have escaped notice all this time.
If thou readst this, trespasser, turn back, lest your life be forfeit.
Which way to the nearest library?
Alright. This is what we are going to do then. We'll try this. And then we want to fly to here. We can go down there. Brilliant. And again, please. It hasn't disabled the trap.
Very well.
Living dangerously here. Fly over here, please. And blast this. No traps. Right.
No time to rest.
Ooh, that encumbrance value is going to be a killer. Okay.
My faith protects me.
Assume nothing.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Can we send this back? No, we can't send it to anyone. Okay. Oh, that might help. Okay.
Blackets will be done.
Now.
Without delay.
Just run it. Okay. Okay.
You have my attention. Yes.
Gale, I need you to run it as well. Turn-based and sprinting could probably help with this.
I'll go this way.
Okay, so we can dash outside turn-based combat. Interesting. And we want to make space for our last party member.
Assume nothing.
Lae'zel, stand in front and feel important. Run.
Light on my feet.
Now, we bested the secret chamber's traps. We should see what they were guarding.
Can't give up now.
I have not been blasted by some kind of power of the statues. This statue is also damaged. Behold this glorious radiance. Crest panel. I don't even need to move the crest. Well, hey, look what I've got. All the way down here. Oh, this can't be good. It might not be the Falara Louvre, but it will certainly do. Actually, it's probably much, much better once I find the bloody thing. Here we go. Lathander's Blessing. Once per long rest, when your hit points are reduced to 0, you regain 2 to 12 hit points. Allies within 30 feet also regain 1 to 6 hit points. Lathander's Light sheds holy light in a 20-foot radius. In combat, fiends and undead standing in the light are blinded unless they succeed a Constitution saving throw. Very nice. And it's a +3 weapon. Much better. We never did get to hear the sword sing, but we may still get to. And Sunbeam! Level 6 evocation spell. This is something we should definitely hold on to. In fact, I'm going to pop it right up here with his torches. And since I'm in his holy house, I may as well wield it. There we go. Now, is this just a dead end? Yep, this is a turn around and go back moment, isn't it? I would like to hope that all these mechanical towers rising, Lathander solar machine, that we can still, we may need to run.
Guarded treasure. Good job we got past those protections.
The monks were intent on keeping their relics safe. They didn't count on us, though.
Is that such a surprise? It looks powerful enough to level a mountain.
This is where I discover the traps are all still fully armed. No, this one seems to be... Let's find... well... Oh, what a blessing. Now, Githyanki aren't fiends or undead. But a +3 weapon is still a +3 weapon. And now, I think we're going to fight our way out of this place. But... smite them with the embodiment and personification of the god whose temple they desecrated to call this place a crash. Lavander's revenge has been a long time coming, but is definitely going to be worth it. I might want to go and rest before I fight my way out of here, though. That's something I can decide in the next episode, because crikey, this has been a bit of a long one, hasn't it? And certainly a monumentous one. I should have probably split that into two so I could recover the relic separately as well. Alright, I am going to leave this one here. I hope you've all enjoyed this episode, and I do look forward to seeing you all in the very next one. I'll say goodbye for now though, and cheerio! See you all later, guys.